Welcome to Talking with a Professional. I'm here with Steve Glover from Paragon Homes to talk about the building and everything that's happening at the moment. So I guess, Steve, first question is, obviously things have changed significantly since 2021, 2022. How have you seen those changes, particularly when it comes to materials, supply lines and timeframes?
Yeah, mate, it was a bit of a roller coaster the last couple of years in the building industry and any industry. But now, thankfully, we're starting to see things level out a bit. Supply issues with timber, sort of aluminium, a lot of those things are starting to come back a bit where the availability is there in a acceptable lead time, so you don't have to be working a long way ahead of yourself. And coming with that, prices have come back a bit as well. Labour supply, I think, currently is where it's been a bit tight, having skilled labour, tradesmen availabilities to be able to then put the materials together. But I think as a whole of an industry, that's starting to level out a bit as well. So phone's starting to ring, people are starting to have to look for work, so that's a good thing. And we've seen that in sort of timelines of builds now, where they were stretching out probably to 9 to 12 months to build a home. We're getting that back to that sort of 20 to 24 weeks as a build time, which again makes that customer's experience throughout the build a lot more pleasurable as well.
Yeah, cool. So I think you just answered. So if someone's ready to go, they've signed the contracts, finances all sorted, they got the block, you're looking around that 24 to 26 weeks before the build is started to completion.
Yeah, once you're on the ground. So like our build journeys, we talk to our clients, if you've made the decision to build and you're at that design phase or selecting a plan or selecting your builder, it's probably about a 12-month process in the shortest time frame. By the time you select your design, sit down and work out your plan, then go through your selections, your specifications, and your lodgements to council. You're probably looking at 3 to 6 months to get all of that sorted. And from there, once you start on the ground, you're looking at, for a standard sort of 250 metre slab on ground home, should be up and around about that 24 weeks. So around about a 12-month investment in time is what you're looking at from start to finish.
Yeah, awesome. Obviously, Toowoomba differs quite a lot in terms of soil types and different areas. From your perspective, is there anything that you think people should look out for?
Yeah, 100%. There's so many factors that go into building a home, which are actually attributes of the land. So what two blocks may appear the same, but when it comes out to finding what's underneath, so soil types and the expansion and the control needed in the footing designs for the slabs, it'll add what can be significant cost to a build. So definitely need to get in and do your investigations to get those soil types. There's also sort of your falls across the block. So if you've got a sloping block which might only have a metre or 1.5 metres fall across it, the additional earthworks, the compaction, the retaining walls, there could be anywhere from sort of $10,000 to $20,000 that you need to allow for in the construction of your home, which actually attributes of what the land requires to start the build, but they will be included in your build cost basically. So, sometimes we get our client will talk to us about the extra expense that goes into building their home, where it really needs to be considered right at that start point where you're deciding what block. So just because they're the same price on paper doesn't mean that really the cost of that block and what it's going to cost you to build the home is going to be the same as well. So often a more expensive block can probably be a better value choice because you're not going to have to invest that money into your foundations and your retaining walls and those sort of things, which are costs that you have to pay, but they don't actually give you any value in what you get in terms of your home.
Yeah, awesome. When it comes to building, if there's anyone new that's looking, is there any sort of, 3 main tips that you would suggest or areas that you would suggest starting with?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, like with any sort of transaction or any purchase that you go into, you really want to find something that you can work comfortably with, especially building a home. It's not as though you pay your money and you walk out with your house. You are going to be involved in what is basically a relationship with the company or the person that you enter into. So you really want to find someone that you're comfortable, their processes, their visions, how they operate really aligns with your own values. That way it's going to make sort of the decision-based process that comes throughout all the steps is going to be a lot more enjoyable. You feel comfortable that you can talk back and forward with them and get that feedback where somebody is genuinely there to help you, not just take your money and deliver an asset at the end of the day. In terms of sort of building the homes, again, sort of finding your block and your location is so important, depending what the purpose of the home is, of how long you're going to be there. If it is a home that is just, look, 2 years time we're on and we're moving on, we're happy to flip it. You might be looking at something sort of that may appeal to the end user that you're looking at doing.
Yeah.
But if it's a home that you're looking to live in for 10, 15 years, that forever type home, where are you in your sort of circumstances? Do you have sort of family coming through now? Does that home need to be adaptable so you can move forward and it changes with your lifestyle changes as well, and still is able to function and flow in the way that you need it. So those two things in the design of your home, and then the construction of your home as well, really just understand what it is you love about your home, where you spend time within the home, what style and looks we've seen over the last 20 years, the advancement in materials and what you can do, and the styles of homes that are out there, the inspiration that's taken from all over the world. What really you get that sort of love, and you want to drive in your door and open your garage and feel that, I suppose, excitement to be able to come home every day. So there's so much you can do, and really just to really consider what it is that you want, and everybody's so different. So it's not a sort of the shoebox one size fits all. So
consider the end goal and
exactly work back, and obviously there's budgets and everything that needs to be considered, because it'd be nice to have an endless supply of money, but for most of us that isn't the case. But work out what's really important and then get as much of that as you can within the home.
Awesome. No, that's all right. And so if anyone wants to chat to you, where can they find you?
Yeah, it's probably best jump on our website, paragonhomes.net.au. There's some great information on there, a couple of downloads in there as well, which just sort of help anybody on their building journey. Otherwise, my details are on there. We're happy to have a chat with anybody, and whatever stage they're at. Like, some people need some help right from the outset, selecting their block. They might have all these questions which they don't have the answers to or can't find the answers to. We're happy to help out. We don't know everything, but if we don't know it, we try and assist or point you in the direction of the relevant professionals that you need to be able to make educated decisions, because that's, I think, what really everybody wants. They just want the correct information so they can make a decision whether it's right or wrong for them at the end of the day.
Awesome. All good. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too, mate. Good to see you.
You too.
Cheers.